Hello, everyone. So, today we will be discussing all the MBA essentials that are required by a person before joining a B school, while the B school, while sitting for your placement. So, we will be covering all the MBA essentials that is required by any and every person joining a B school this year. And to make it very unique, we will be covering it through a detailed journey mapping. So, we have mapped out a complete journey of a B school candidate, how your journey will look like, what all nuances will be there in your journey, and how you should tackle around those nuances. We will be providing with some free resources also wherever it was possible, and also will be telling you that what all PrepBee programs will help you out in which phase of your B school journey. So stay tuned, watch it like a movie. Just imagine, just envision that how your B school journey will look like in upcoming months, and just imagine that you in your dream B school will be doing all of these stuff and literally cracking the best placement out there. So, firstly, at a hindsight level, we would want to talk about that what will be the four major phases of your B school journey. There will be a pre-MBA phase, then there will be a phase where you will be going through a lot of induction session, clubs and committees and classes, everything. Then post that there will be exams, CV freezing, and case competition will ramp up at that point in time, right? And post that, just after your CV freezes, just your exams got over, you will be starting to sit for the SIP processes. There will be a lot of interviews for pre-placement talks, etc., etc. And in every phase of this journey, to help you out, PrepBee has offered something or the other. So in the first phase of a pre-MBA journey, we are offering you EEYP that gives you a overall understanding of what are the different essentials and how you can learn and build around those essentials that are required at day one of your MBA, right? For that, we have EEYP, and EEYP is completely free program. So I would suggest that every one of you who are very serious about your B school journey, who want to have a head start while your B school journey, you should definitely go for MBA Essentials program. Post that, the second phase, where you also need MBA essentials in point, but also need a stellar profile, a domain understanding of a domain where your interest lies in, and also make a decision that the domain that you're targeting, is it a right domain for you? Because as soon as you realize which are domains are right for you and which are not, it will be very helpful for you when you start your B school journey with a clear mindset. And just cherry on the cake is that all of these domain mastery sessions are not just in silos. It is followed up by a live project that will provide you with a practical and a application based understanding of the theories, frameworks, etc., the case studies that you have studied in the domain master classes in YLP. The next program that we have is a CCC program that will take care of all the case competition prerequisites, post requisites, and while case competition, all the aspects that needs to be covered, everything will be taken care of in this particular program. Post that, we have a placement mastery course. In placement mastery course, we will deliver upon each and every essential that is required for anyone to sit in a placement and crack that dream offer. Be it your psychometrics, be it your aptitude, everything is covered up over here, right? So going ahead, talking about the PrepBee operating system. In PrepBee operating system, we have four major programs, as I've already discussed, and all of these programs will be discussed in greater details in the upcoming part of the video. But for now, I just want to focus upon the EEYP program, which has 15 plus sessions, and all the sessions will be targeted upon pre-MBA essentials. So this so this program, to be honest, is a no-brainer. You have to register for it if you are a CS candidate, and if you are not, then I probably believe you trust on God a lot more than your preparation and your hard work. So kudos to you as well. But if you are a serious candidate, you should definitely enroll for EEYP, which starts on 1st May. Now, these are a surface level offering structure of the operating system that is being delivered this year by PrepBee, which will have seven domain mastery, profile building, MBA readiness. So all of the service level understanding of whatever is required across your B school journey, everything is covered over here. But till now, don't you think that I have talked a lot about B school journey, whatever is required in B school journey, but the point of depicting how the B school journey will look like is still missing, right? So let me take you to the first phase of your B school journey. The first phase is the pre-MBA phase, where you have to step up the MBA Essentials program, where you have to build upon all the MBA essentials that are your Excel skill, that are your PowerPoint skill, your mail communication. How do you operate on Gmail? How do you write your mails? How formal your tone is while writing a mail? Do you know different features that are there in Gmail? It is not just about writing a mail, drafting a mail, and just pressing a send button. There are a lot of things, right? So now you have to make sure that your emails are on point, because before you, your email which will reach someone's inbox. So that is the first point where you create an impression. So your email should be on point from now on, at least when you join a B school. Then post that in pre-MBA phase, the most important part is building a domain clarity, because a lot of people are not sure on which domain they would want to be in for rest of their life and for 2 years of their MBA, and they usually make a decision, say, seeing their peers making a decision, right? And to be honest, those peers are very clear on what they want to do, but a good chunk of people are very confused and they just make decisions under some peer influence or talking to their relatives. But the crux is that the decision is not their own, and the career they have to live in is their own. So that gap should be built in, right? And then a life project is not a must, but it is a very good add-on to your profiles, because see, MBA profiles stand out for their diversity. But the problem is also there, because when you come from a diverse background, it is very hard to justify why do you want to enter into a new domain? Why do you want to do your master's into a new domain, right? And now it is not a B school interview. It will not be a cakewalk for you. Right. It will not be that, okay, I know this much, this much, this much, and rest I can study in B school. No, these are corporate people. These are corporate panelists. They are not there to just teach you. They want people who know their stuff, who can deliver to the things that are expected out of them, right? So clarity at this point is very important. So you can't just juggle around like you did in your B school interviews, right? And at the end, when you join your B school, you should have a clear, structured roadmap in your mind. You should have clear priorities set in your mind, what you have to focus upon, what you have to ignore, how you have to prioritize your stuff. Now, if you ask me, firstly, let me talk about what are the free resources that you can utilize in these months to sort of go around all of these prerequisites. See, for EEYP, for MBA Essentials, I already said that EEYP is a free course, right? So when we are offering something for free, we are very confident that it will suffice all your needs when it comes to MBA Essentials. So for covering up the MBA Essentials part, just go enroll in EEYP program. Now coming to domain clarity, what you can do is that if you have a bit of inclination towards a particular domain, I would highly suggest that you go on different YouTube channels that are building content around those domain. You also use ChatGPT to have a clear-cut understanding of what is offered in that domain, what are different theories in that domain. If you get some free resources from Google, you can just directly search on Google. If you get some free resources, you can definitely start reading up on them. And also, if you get some dossiers or something around your domain that you are interested in, you can also start reading upon them, right? Post that, if I talk about life project, see, it is very hard to get a life project, especially when you don't have a background in that particular domain. Coming out of BTech, you want to do a life project in sales and marketing. Why anyone will give you a life project in sales and marketing, right? They won't waste their time. No, the life project is built to get a work done for a company. It is not built to teach someone how to work around, right? So please have that understanding that life projects are not in a sense to teach someone. It is built in a sense to deliver upon certain outcomes, right? So first best way that you can hunt for a life project is by referrals. Reach out to your relatives, reach out to your friends, get a life project if you can. If not, you can try cold mailing or cold reaching out on LinkedIn, but to be honest, it is very hard to crack a life project through LinkedIn. right? And if I talk about a quality life project, it is next to impossible, right? Then post that, if you would want to have a structured roadmap, if you would want to have someone to talk to you, to build a structured roadmap for you, to see your profile, to analyze your profile and tell you what are the do's and don'ts in a B school, again, you can either reach out on LinkedIn to someone that, hey, I am joining this particular B school. I have seen your profile. It aligns with my profile. Can you help me out? If they have that sort of time, that sort of bandwidth, and if they are generous enough, they will help you out. If not, that case is gone. Second thing is that you can join PrepBee's WhatsApp community, right? In that community, we try our best to help out a whole MBA community in whatever way possible, right? So, and I will also talk about what are different initiatives that we take on around the year to help out the community. But if you don't find any help anywhere, you can at least join the PrepBee community, and if not that, at least be a part of EYP program so that when and where if PrepBee is coming up with the initiative, you are also informed, right? So I would highly suggest that you see the link in the description and just join the WhatsApp community, because if not anywhere else, you will definitely get some sort of a help in the WhatsApp community. Then let me quickly take you through the program details, right? So in EEYP program, we will be offering you with 15 plus live session, MBA orientation and planning, Excel presentation. So basically, all the MBA essentials that are required will be covered up in EEYP program. It will start from 1st of May. A very important thing, that how you should register and what are the conditions for registering. See, if you are not a part of AYN program, that is the GDPI program by PrepBee, you have to enroll in a team of three, and three people coming out from your team should be from different B schools. So you can't be from same B school, or no two people in a team of three can be of same B school. But if you were a part of AYN program of PrepBee, you can enroll solo as well. So you just go to prepbee.in/EYN and just fill the form, and on 30th you will get the final enrollment. And just a caveat over here, that everyone who is filling the form will not get selection for this particular program, because it is a free of cost program. We want to maintain same qualities, so definitely we would have to filter out a few chunk of teams who will be part of this program around the timelines that we have decided upon, and they will only get the perks of being in a part of EEYP, that are getting a certificate, chance to win cash prizes, and a lot more surprises that will come up once the session begin, right? And if you would want to understand more about any of the programs, we have also made a detailed video for the program listings, right? So you can watch out that video also. And the third step, if any program interests you, you can directly visit the website of the program and see what is there in the program to offer. Quickly going through the Young Leadership Program. In this program, we will make sure that three major things are covered up. Firstly, all the MBA essentials that you required. Second thing will be the domain mastery that is required for you. And third will be the life project that you complete, followed by a career one-to-one mentorship. And why all of this mentorship is required, you will understand in upcoming slides. Right. So in this particular mentorship, you will be taught about that if you have been given a CV pointer, how should you prepare around a CV pointer? How should you utilize this CV pointer in an interview? How should you tackle around the first semester or the first few months in your MBA school? So this will be literally a hand-holding mentorship till the time you join the B school and till the time you settle in your B school. But just a caveat, it will not cover anything related to placements, but it will cover everything else in terms of you being comfortable in your MBA journey, right? Going ahead, we come to the phase two, that is from induction to your SIP process. Now, as soon as the induction begin, you are bombarded with a lot of things, and these and a lot of things out of these things are in a way that you can't do this before joining a B school, right? Your induction week that has to begin when the B school begins. Then a black week. A black week is basically a week in which you are sort of given a flavor, a taste of how your MBA will look like. You will be bombarded with a lot of assignments. You have to deal with heavy Excel data. You have to build PowerPoint presentations, and that too in a very short timelines. So you can do all of these only when you have all your MBA essentials sorted at a place. If you are someone who will be doing it for the first time, let me tell you, you will be going through a lot of pressure and all your priorities will go haywire, right? So that is why I have mentioned over here that a person who has already got their MBA essentials, the domain clarity on point through EEYP and YLP, they will be the superstar of that particular induction week and black week, and another and all the other people out of your cohort will literally be under pressure that how to deal with the things coming up in the first month especially, right? And also a superstar can also feel that there are certain problems that you are facing. At that point in time, the one-to-one mentorship will kick in. You can reach out to your mentor, you can ask for their guidance, you can ask for their time, and they will definitely help you out, right? So let me be very clear. A lot of you people will be of assumption that hey, we don't need anyone, now we are going to B school, we will get people from senior batch to help us out. Let me be very clear. For first 1 to 1.5 months there is no senior on campus. They are busy with their internships and the vacation that they have got. They are not on campuses, right? So the most important first 1.1 to 1.5 months you have to deal on your own. Post that, gradually that sort of interaction begin between senior and junior. But please, everyone don't get a chance to build that sort of a rapport with the senior batch and get that sort of mentorship. But the easy way and the most best way to get a mentorship from a senior, like a brother or a sister sort of a relationship, is by joining a club or a committee. So if you are a part of a club or a committee, they will treat you like their own family. They will try their best to get you placed, to get you best opportunities, and they will literally sit with you to help you out with the CVs, etc., etc. Right? So if you are in a B school, try your best to get at least into one of the committees so that you get that sort of exposure, uh, exposure in the sense getting a head start while you are in the B school. All right. Then post that, there are CV freezing. Like for example, you'll get a mail from your placement team that tomorrow you have to come up with your CV. This is the template. Build in your CV. Come tomorrow, and your CV will be freezed. Along with that, in most cases, you will be also dealing with your examinations, the midterm examination, right? Now, these are some things that will come on their time, but something that will go across these timelines will be your classes, your assignments, your projects, and your guest lectures. In some cases, your pre-placement talk also. So just imagine in all of these things happening around you, don't you think that these things are definitely bound to happen? So you are sort of committed to these things. But there are two things that are very important, but for a lot of people, it will go in the backseat of your journey. First is the case competitions. You will literally stop participating in case competitions because you are focusing on other things. And if you are even participating in case competition, you don't know what are the right tips and tricks to crack the case competition, at least the first round of the case competition. And hence you get demotivated and you feel that any which ways I'm wasting time in case competition. Let me focus on other things that are on my priority, right? Case competition went on backseat. Second thing, you see that all of these things are happening around me. These are very important. And you literally forget that eventually you have to sit for your placements in a few months. And then your placement preparation also literally goes on your backseat. This is a reality. For now, all of you will be very clear that I have to start my B school journey with a rocking start, and then I have to back placements. But all of these things happening within 2 to 3 months of your B school journey, you will literally forget that, hey, I had to prepare for my placements also. And what I mean by preparing for placement is that building good CV pointers, building good profile, starting to prepare HR answers, all the HR answers. Till now, you would have understood that how important are HR answers, right? So building good HR answers, participating in more and more mock JDs, giving a few mock PIs. All of these things are again very important. Being up to date with all the business news, starting to read about your domain, trying to have a hang upon what your domain stands for, right? So a lot of this is already covered in YLP. Then, if you are someone who are very serious for case competition and you have understood that why case comps are very important, one way is obviously going for the Champ Case Comp program. If not that, at least go and subscribe PrepBee's YouTube channel, because even last year also, as soon as any case competition comes up, we try our best to reach out winners, podium finishers, or finalists of those case competition and try to arrange a session. Along with that, we also keep a lot of case breakdown sessions where we help you out to break down the case for you, to help you out with some sort of solution structuring, which will help you out a lot. So if you are not getting any sort of courses from PrepBee or any other coaching, you are also not able to find any sort of mentorship, at least be a part of a free community that PrepBee runs, so that at least whatever free initiatives we bring in, you are able to take benefit, or you are able to reap benefit out of them, right? Then for placement preparation, obviously the best thing would be to enroll for a placement mastery program where you will get us very structured program to prepare for your placements, which will take care of each and every nuance that needs to be covered. But if not that, again, I would say be the part of PrepBee community where there will be free CV review session, free mock GDs, and if possible, a few mock PIs as well, right? So no commitments over there, but we will try our best on our bandwidth to provide you with some value in the community, right? Now the phase three, the most important phase. Now phase three is basically post CV freezing syndrome. And why do I call it a post CV freezing syndrome? Because as soon as your CV gets freeze, now you realize, hey, my CV is freeze now. Now I have to sit for placements. And to be honest, this was the thing I came in for. This was the most important part why I enrolled in any particular B school, right? So how your placements will look like, it will not be a very simple process. There will be a lot of PPTs that are pre-placement talk. Day in, day out, you have to spend in sitting in the virtual meetings or auditoriums of your college, attending this pre-placement talks. You are now exhaustive. As soon as pre-placement talk gets over in a few days, you will get first round, that is psychometric or a apti round of a company. You have to give those rounds. Post that, if you get shortlisted, there will be pre-placement rounds. What do I mean by pre-placement round is that before directly sitting for an interview, you will be given certain tasks. It could be a mock GD, it could be a case submission, it could be anything for that matter, right? Post that, if you get a shortlist, you will get a chance to sit for interviews, and in most companies, there will be at least two interviews, a technical round and a HR round, right? After all of this drill, if you sail through all of these rounds, you will be finally able to crack that placement. Now, just tell me, a person who has not even started preparing, or for a person for whom the placement preparation was at the back seat, and now the person is facing CV free syndrome. Just imagine how much panic it will create for that person to prepare for all the things required for a interview, for a placement process, along with going through the drill that are the prerequisites, like sitting for a PPT, doing psychometric and apti, and then going for the pre-placement rounds, right? And now let me tell you, at this point in time, you will literally forget to do any case competitions. And let me tell you, the people who are the most wisest one, who have their strategy in mind, will know that this is the exact point where the competition is literally very low. The number of registrations have declined. The serious registration, I should say. Obviously, a lot of people will register, but the number of serious registrations have declined, and they see it as an opportunity to sail through a few case competitions, right? And if you already have your placement preparation in point, then there is not a lot of things to do, to be honest. You just have to attend the PPT, rest all the things you have been preparing since past few months, right? So you have ample amount of time to at least participate in a serious manner in at least 3 to 4 case competitions, and at least get a few PPIs from them, right? So now for this particular aspect, I would say don't rely on free resources. Either you enroll for any good program that can help you out with your placement preparation. In PrepBee, we have placement mastery that will take care of a lot of things that are required in placement. If you don't want to enroll in any program, perfectly fine. Find a senior, literally go behind them and get things sorted, because now the problem is not generic. If you are not able to convert a company, it is very unique problem that you are facing, in the sense that for a person, not converting a company can be a very different reason for vis-a-vis to a B person. For a person, for a person, maybe technical rounds is something they are lacking. For a B person, maybe HR rounds is something they are lacking. So now you need one-to-one interaction with someone experienced to sail through these rounds. Right. Now, very quickly taking you through what Placement Mastery has to offer. Placement Mastery will offer you with domain-wise understanding, where you will get theoretical understanding along with what are the different major job roles coming into different campuses and what are their hiring pattern, what their hiring expectation, etc., etc. There will be CV and JD review sessions, psychometric test. You will get mock psychometric test and aptitude test. You will get end-to-end help if you are facing any sort of issue, we are there to help you out. Then you will get a lot of mock JDs, mock PIs, etc. In mock PI also we have divided it into two types of PI, technical PI and HR PI. And the most important, we will be providing you with daily business news so that you are literally on your toes when it comes to business news. Going ahead, we have Champ CaseCom that will be launched on 25th May. In that, we will be teaching you what are the different case comps, how to participate in different case comps, how to win different case comps, how to build deck around different case comp, how to analyze a case, how to build UI, UX. Along with that, along with those baseline sessions, we have added a layer of domain-wise labs where you will be understanding how case comps in a particular domain are there in a manner, and how do you approach a case comp in a particular domain. For example, in CFA, for example, in finance, there are CFA research and CFA ethics, which are very unique in their essence, right? So for that, you will require a separate session. It can't be covered in those baseline sessions. So that is something we have taken care of. Then research is the most important part. It is a backbone of any case research result or a deck that you are presenting. So that is taken care of. And just to save your times, just to build in good strategies, and just to go around how the winners are moving in today's scenario, AI for cases is a must do and a no-brainer. Along with that, to help you out, to give you certain reference pointer, there are 100 plus winning decks that are provided. The last but not the least, deck review, right? So before I talk about how different plans are structured and how different operating systems are working under PrepBee's purview, I would just say that this video was not meant to promote a course in silo. It was to give you a holistic understanding. But if you are interested to know about any course in a lot detail, you can just check out the description where you will see a detailed video around the course programs that are coming up this year. And if you find any course interesting in that video, I would highly suggest you visit the website of PrepBee and then check out what are the offerings, what are the sessions we have planned this year. Now, for all the three programs, YLP, CC, and PM, we are coming up with Basic, Plus, and Pro. When you visit our website, you will understand clearly what are the difference between these programs. And if you are someone who would have realized that all of these programs stand for different USPs, and all of those USPs combined can give you a much better value. For that, you can go for PrepBee operating system that is again divided into Basic, Plus, Pro. Everything is there on website. You can go, you can check out the programs. So if you have been till now in here till now in read this video, I assume and I hope that you would have got at least a fair understanding of how your B school journey will look like. What are the major essentials that are required at any point in time? And I would highly suggest that please enter a B school with a very clear and a structured roadmap so that you don't lie in the category B that we discussed while the video, who is literally confused, who is literally parking the most important, the most important aspect of your B school, the case competition, the placement preparation, literally on the backside, because now you are very confused and you are just focusing on the must do things, to be honest, right? So thank you for listening till now and all the best for your B school journey.